Hello Tigers and welcome to this week's video. This week we will discuss about the Beta Club, our staff shout out for the week, and our weather report from the 27th of March to April the 2nd. Look forward to spring break and how you can stay on top of your game. Spring break is April 3rd to April 7th. Take this time to unwind, travel, rejuvenate, and enjoy your family and friends. There will only be 6 weeks left of school after spring break, so gear up to finish strong. It's senior week, giving a special shout out to the entire class of 2023. We hope you enjoy the planned activities we have in store for you this week. Please make sure you're dressed appropriately and still abiding by the school dress code. End of pathway tests will be held this week for any students that have completed all levels of their selected pathways. Please refer to the schedule and prepare accordingly.
Next week is spring break, and you guys know what that means. Understandably, everyone will be focusing on relaxing and having fun on their vacations, but we also need to stay in the school mindset. Over this break, we should all be using our time wisely. For example, catching up on late work.
I would remind them to always look at what their end goal is, which if they are seniors is to graduate in May. If they're underclassmen is to complete this school year to be successful for the following year. And part of that is continuing to look at that big prize of those things and doing those baby steps of looking at your homework, turning in assignments, and if you do have things over spring break that you can work on those things that are baby steps so they do not pile up on you when you come back to school.
Seniors, you can be using this week to fill out scholarships to help with college or job applications for the summer so that you can have money when you go to college in the fall.
I manage my schoolwork over spring break by first focusing on my work and completing it, and then doing whatever I want on my free time.
Not only seniors should be taking advantage of this time, sophomores and juniors can start preparing to take the SATs and also filling out scholarships. Yes, it is very important to use this time to stay up on your work, but also leave yourself a little bit of time to enjoy your spring break. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Kylene Jones.
Hello Tigers, this week's sports segment is about golf. Golf is a spring sport, currently in season here at Tucker High. This year the golf team has a new coach, Coach Kyla Williams.
The reason I started coaching golf was to give back to others and to as well help kids understand the knowledge and the true essence behind golf. And that is not just a boring sport. It teaches patience and perseverance and a lot of other qualities that I wanted kids to know.
Just last week, the Tucker golf team went up against Druid Hills. Here are the remaining matches for this season.
I started playing golf because it's a fun sport, honestly. Walking the 9 holes, being there with buddies or meeting a new group of people, going for that long, maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours of walking, it's just great. Golf is fun, it's easy to focus on, and it's something you really can't get worse at, you know? And I think it'll always be that way for me at least. You know, just being there with my buddies and, you know, just hitting the green, man. It's great.
Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Carlos Aguirre.
This week's club feature is Beta Club. Beta Club is focused on rewarding strong academic achievement and cultivating honorable character. Its purpose is to promote the ideals of academic achievement, character, leadership, and service among elementary and secondary school students.
Beta Club has shown me how to be a leader inside the school and outside the school, and also has shown me how to be a help my community.
Beta Club is the largest independent, nonprofit, and youth-oriented organization in the United States.
To be in Beta Club, it is required to have a 3.5 GPA and to show leadership qualities.
I like being in Beta Club because it helps me earn community service hours and it looks good on my college resume.
Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Haven. Thanks for tuning in.
Spring break is approaching, and while we all might be excited about it, please be wary of certain things if you happen to be going out this break. If traveling to Florida beaches, please be mindful not to partake in any drugs since widespread fentanyl lacing has been active. Fentanyl-laced products have flowed into the U.S. with no restraint, causing young people to be victims of overdosage.
The use of fentanyl to be laced into other illegal drugs to create a more pronounced effect on it. And so just words of caution, what fentanyl does, it acts as a opioid binder. It binds to the same receptor sites, which can be used to lower pain, the sensations of pain, heightened emotional awareness, but also can lead to drowsiness. Obviously, the big complications medically are slowed respiration or even a stoppage of respiration or breathing, even at a point where you don't know what's happening. It happens before you're even aware of it. And the hard part is fentanyl gets laced in with drugs, other illegal drugs that people may take to, and they don't even know about it, to heighten the sensation of it. So all for that, just say no, kids. As Nancy Reagan tells us, just say no to no to drugs.
The epidemic has spawned a mental health crisis, targeting those vulnerable to drugs.
Fentanyl is so powerful. We're talking about a grain, like one little speck of fentanyl would create an overdose.
Please be safe when enjoying your spring break, and as an extra precaution, carrying Narcan would be advised for anyone who needs an antidote. That's it for this week's Health and World News. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Becca Tavera.
Hey Tigers, for our Tiger Talk segment this week, we're going to be asking people about their spring break plans. Spring break is getting closer by the minute, and students and teachers alike are preparing for a week of relaxation. Studies from last year stated that 56% of Americans were planning to travel during the spring, and 37% of Americans were planning to travel during spring break. Many teachers and students have big plans for spring break.
Okay, so for spring break, I'm going to the cabins in Blue Ridge Mountains, and we're going to have unplugged, no electronics spring break.
For my spring break, I'm going to go to Florida to visit some family members that I haven't seen in such a long time. And I'm going to go to the theme parks like Disney World and Universal Studios.
This spring break, I'm going to go to Thailand and visit some temples.
So for spring break, I'm going to Paris and looking at the Eiffel Tower.
If you can't think of anything to do for spring break, you can visit the Botanical Gardens, the Atlanta Braves Battery, or the Atlanta Beltline. Whether you're traveling to the Bahamas, taking a road trip, or just staying home, I hope all you Tigers have a nice spring break. Reporting live for Tiger TV, I'm Taylor Johnson.
Hello Tigers, this week's entertainment segment is about John Wick Chapter 4. John Wick Chapter 4 is possibly the last movie in the John Wick franchise. John Wick has been known to be quite the action hero, so expect nothing less than a lot of action in this movie.
The people you've mentioned are incredible artists and people, and the friendships and time that I've had to work with them creatively and then personally has been a really important part of my life.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about the John Wick Chapter 4 movie. The previous movies, they were also like really good, and I heard this one is pretty good, so I can't wait to see it.
Check out this teaser trailer.
Have you given any thought to where this ends? The table will never stop. You know this. No one, not even you, can kill everyone.
This movie releases March 24th, so make sure you go check it out. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Carlos Aguirre.
Hey Tucker Tigers, let's get started with this week's weather. On Monday, there will be a 60% chance of rain, but it looks like it will be mostly partly cloudy, and the high will be 77 and the low will be 60. On Tuesday, the weather will be mostly cloudy, and the high will be 67 and the low will be 51 degrees. Here's the weather forecast for this week. This week's weather looks like it's going to be mostly cloudy and showers of rain throughout the week. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Christopher Whitmore Jr., and thanks for tuning in for this week's weather.
Hey, Tucker Tigers, for this week's staff shout out, we're going to shout out Mr. Johnson, aka Professor Lobo.
Hello, I'm Mr. Johnson. Students might call me Senor Lobo or Professor Lobo. I got into teaching Spanish because I was coaching for a long time, and I decided I wanted to make more of an impact in the educational aspect of students' lives. So I got into my Spanish teaching because that's what I majored in college, and You know, it's been 8 years now. I've been at Tucker and teaching, and the students just really teach me every day about different aspects of life. You know, I get to see them live and grow up a bit. I like teaching level 2 and then level 4, IB and AP, because I see the growth of students and see them grow naturally and grow in the language. And I get to see where people come from and different manners of living, and you know, they keep me young.
Well, Senor Johnson is one of the more unique teachers I've had, I'd say, you know, throughout like the various activities we do, talking about all these IB themes, about sharing the planet. You know, I think we learn a lot, and honestly, I don't think there are many teachers who I could talk about the dangers of capitalism with. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
This is our for this week's Staff Shoutout. If you see Mr. Gibson in the hall, say hi to him. Reporter for the WB, I'm Juan Lily Castro.
Thank you for watching this week's video, and we'll see you in the next one. This is Ron Report from Tigers TV.